I remember, and I don't know if I'm like maybe over the years my brain has exaggerated this story, but I'm pretty sure I had a friend who, when he graduated high school or when he got into university, his dad presented him with a bill for like the last 5 years of schooling or something, like his high school, like shoes, books, maybe even petrol from driving him to like the footy and stuff like that. But like he got a bill, he had to work off like a $1,000 bill from his dad. Now I know what happened. I can't remember the exact figures or what he was charged for. But have you ever heard of anything like that where parents are like, "You owe me"? I mean, my mum, we had to pay board. Like when we got to 18, we had to pay her. We had to contribute to the household, like the bills and stuff like that. So we paid board. That was fair enough.
Yeah.
But billing
when we graduated high school, we had to contribute to the household by fucking off out of the household. That was the rule at our house. Get fucked.
Really? Get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, I remember my parents were very firm about it. Like, I just remember them telling me one day, because we never had any inbuilt incentives at all. Like, there were other kids who got like, $200 if you get an A, or if you get this much on your VCE, we're going to like buy you a car, or any of these sort of things. Like,
right.
Growing up on a farm, we worked on the farm. We got paid, like our parents paid us to work on the farm. So we had a little bit of money put aside to, cover our first car, or, any of those sort of things that you might want to do, go away to university, or, go on an overseas holiday or whatever it might be. So, but we had to work for it the entire time. And there was definitely always, I remember my mum very clearly saying that it's your parents' job to raise you until you can look after yourself. And then you've got to have raised them well enough that they want to leave. Like, they always thought that was part of the job. Like, the kids should want to leave. Not leave because home is a terrible situation, but leave because they've been prepared to be an adult properly, and you should be super excited about going out into the world on your own and making your own way in the world. And I think if my parents did my parents did lots of things well, I think, but like, if there's one thing I think they did really well, it was always instilled in us that real sense of, we'll help you and look after you. But basically, once you're an adult, like, the whole point is that you're meant to be on your own.
I can't quite remember how it worked. I remember with my older siblings, like generally everyone moved out within 1 or 2 years of graduating high school. But there were obviously like return periods. And, my brother came back in his mid-20s, and we even shared a bedroom when he was like, he's 12 years older than me. We shared a bedroom for a couple of years while he came back. Found himself in Perth for 4 years, came back broke. Needed to come home, find a job, get back on his feet, and then met who now is his wife and all that kind of stuff. But I do also remember that was Mum's kind of sub.
Now, can I just say, did he meet his wife while he was? How old were you when you were sharing a bedroom with him?
Oh, I would have been like 10, and he was 22. No,
right. And so did he meet his wife while he was sharing a bedroom with a 10-year-old?
I actually can't remember. It's a good question.
I mean, that's impressive. That's impressive. About your personality, the strength of your personality, that you can woo someone to marry them when you're still sharing a bedroom with your 10-year-old.
I honestly can't remember him. I can remember Jamie moving out when he was 18. Like, he definitely, because he had a flat on Duke Street, like your first crash flat, like that you have with your mates. Because I remember I went to a party there once. He was babysitting me one weekend. Mum said, take your brother out. So he took me he was 18 or 19. He took me to his flat and he had a party. So you can imagine what I saw there. Like, I was 6 or 7. And like, I remember and it was in the 80s, and, he was into heavy metal and all his mates were into heavy metal. And so it was like a lot of drinking and shit getting smashed. And I remember he had a massive fight with his girlfriend, and like, I walked in on him fighting with his girlfriend, and he yelled at me, and I burst into tears, and someone had to take me home. Like, it was a real fucking disaster. So then he went to WA for a few years, and then he came back when Dad got sick. And then that period he was home. But it's a good question, because in my mind, so Dad got sick in 89. He got married in 93. So there's a 4-year period where he must have met his wife. He must have moved out of home, but I don't remember that. So there is a chance that he was bunking with me when he met his future wife. And she was like, all right, you're cute. You're funny. I guess I can put up with the weird fact that you'd still share a bedroom with your 10-year-old brother.
Yeah, like was his pickup line, I currently share a bedroom and I'm looking to share a bedroom with somebody else who isn't my 10-year-old brother.
Maybe. I think, you know what I think maybe smoothed it over, and this is why football is a wonderful, is she was a Saints supporter. Like they met at his work. They both worked together. They both turned out to follow the Saints. They started going to the footy together. And then me and my brother were going to the footy. He would take me. And so she met me very early on. So maybe maybe I kind of like smooth things over. She's like, when she first met him, she's like, it's a bit weird. I don't know. He shares a bedroom with his 10-year-old brother. But then she met me and she's like, that's a fucking cool 10-year-old. If you're going to share a bedroom with any 10-year-old, it's that one.
Okay, so are you saying that like there might be a chance that the reason that they are together is that you brought your A game to those encounters?
No, I think that maybe the fact that I was a Saint supporter, like, you know what it's like where you can meet someone you have nothing in common with, but they go for the Bulldogs and you're like, okay, they can't be too bad. Like at least we have something in common. So maybe that kind of helped sweeten the deal. I do remember, because my brother and I were really close when he came back, and, you know, obviously after Dad dying, you know, we bonded really close, and, you know, we hung out all the time, and he took me lots of places and stuff. And I remember when he brought his wife home getting jealous, like, because I'd met her a few times at the football and stuff, but then I remember him bringing her home for family dinner and me sort of sitting at the table and being like, what the fuck's going on here? Wait a minute. Like, you're trying to take my brother away from me. Like, yeah. And getting really kind of like, I don't like this. I do not like this.
She is not getting to sleep in my bed in the bedroom. You don't have any understanding of how it works.
Yeah. To see the full video, join our Patreon.
Patreon.com/TOFOP.